welcome back to Flora Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today we're going to turn all of these apples into a few different recipes. Now each recipe is going to have its own video, so keep an eye out for those. We are going to use my dehydrator to make some apple chips. We're going to make some more apple butter because it's my dad's favorite. We're going to make homemade applesauce, and we're going to use the leftover scraps to make homemade apple cider. The first thing we're gonna have to do for all of these recipes is get these apples peeled, cored, and sliced. So let's go ahead and do that now. So the first thing we wanna do is get a nice large bowl with some water and lemon juice. This will prevent the apples from browning as they kind of oxidize in the air. So if you just sprinkle in some lemon juice to your water, it will prevent that. Then we're going to want to wash our apples. Up next, we're going to peel and slice and core our apples using this tool here. So you're just going to skewer this onto the end and start turning. And it is that simple. This machine will slice them into rings. I am going to take off any of the ones that have skin. You know, it missed a few pieces of skin here. It's really not a huge deal. And then I'm going to go ahead and slice them in half like that and toss them in our water to make sure it doesn't turn brown. Now, I'm not going to get rid of these cores or these peels because that is what we're going to use to make our vinegar. So let's keep going. About an hour and a half later, we finally got all of these apples peeled, cored, sliced, all of that. I'm going to save the scraps for our vinegar, and here are the apples for our recipes. So let's go. To make apple butter in the Instapot, we're going to need 5.5 pounds of apples. Sorry if you can hear the dehydrator in the background. We are making our dehydrated apple chips. All right, this is pretty much 5.5. It's a little over, but that's okay. So we'll just use this entire colander of sliced apples. To our apples, we're going to add 1/3 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of clove, and 1 cup of brown sugar. And I'm just going to kind of break these apples down a little bit so that they are below the max fill line. And I'm going to mix in our spices and water. So let's put our lid on now, make sure that our vent is sealed. We're going to use the pressure cook setting for 15 minutes on high. Once the timer goes off, we will let it sit and naturally vent for 20 minutes. And then we will release the rest of the pressure, use a stick blender to blend up what's inside, and we will be done. All right, it has been 20 minutes since our 15-minute timer went off, so it has naturally released steam for 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and vent it, and it looks like it's already done. So we'll open it up and see what we've got. All right, everything is nice and soft. It smells good. So I'm going to go ahead and use an immersion blender to blend this all up. If you don't have an immersion blender like this, you can just put this all in a regular blender, blend it up, and then it's ready to jar up. All right, I'm going to let this sit. It is a little bit more watery, I think, than I would like it. So I'm going to let it sit just on stay warm for a little bit until my applesauce is done in the roaster pan over here. So after that, this will be ready to jar up and can. To can our applesauce, we're gonna go ahead and fill my water bath canner about 1/2 to 3/4 of the way full with hot water. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn our burners on high and get our water boiling. I went ahead and pressure cooked this for another 5 minutes. It just wasn't as thick as I would have liked. So now it is boiling, but definitely it has thickened up. Okay, we're gonna use these little crystal quilted jars that are a 1/2 pint size. I am gonna give this apple butter away as gifts, so these are just cute and pretty. Plus, people most of the time don't go through a ton of apple butter, so I don't want it to be a huge jar that then gets wasted because they can't get through it. So I think a 1/2 pint is a good size for this. My dad could probably eat a whole quart before it went bad, but he's gonna get some pints. All right, to divvy this out, I'm just gonna use my canning funnel here and a 1.5 cup measuring cup. It just makes it a little easier to get it poured into the jars. So we want to leave about 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which just means the space between the top of our filling and the top of the jar. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking a wet paper towel or a wet napkin or a wet rag, and I am just wiping the rim of each of these so that there is no apple butter touching the rim, which would prevent a seal from happening. After we wipe the rims, we're just gonna put our lids on finger tight. Okay, now that our pot is at a rolling boil, we're gonna go ahead and get our jars in. Now, apple butter only needs about 10 minutes of processing time. And so once we put this down in the water, we'll set a timer for 10 minutes and then we will check it when we're done. All right, perfect. We'll just gently lower this down. We will cover it and wait 10 minutes. All right, our 10-minute timer has gone off, so I'm gonna turn the burner off and move this pot off the heat and let this cool down for about 5 minutes. Okay, it has been about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove our apple butter from the boiling water. And I really like this canning pot because it came with this really nice, I guess it's the trivet, that pops up and gets your cans out of the water. I'm just moving these to a dish drying mat to cool and drain. As these jars cool, I've been hearing popping, which is a wonderful sound because it means they're sealing. So these are sealed. Now listen, that one is not. So you need to make sure that all of your seals are, see, that one's not sealed either. You want to make sure all of your jars are sealed before you store them. If they don't seal, you need to just use that one first and put it in the refrigerator. So we'll give this a little bit more time because they're still very, very hot, so they still could be sealing. So we'll just leave them alone to cool and then we will label them with what they are. Okay, our apple butter is officially done and jarred. We're gonna go ahead and label these with the date that we canned them and what it is. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and head over to my channel to subscribe for more content like this. And I hope to see you guys again very soon. Thanks guys, bye.